Trey Williams is going to have to pay a lot more to get out of jail. Today at his initial hearing at the Hamilton County Courthouse, the judge overrode the prosecutor with a higher bond. Moments before game one and doors are about to open, as you can see, the fans are bringing the action tonight. We are less than an hour and a half till tip-off, and we're hoping to bring the W tonight. School supplies is an essential for kids to start the school year off strong. But this year, we're seeing record high prices. As prices increase, so do parents' frustrations. Multiple fights broke out on Indy's northeast side last Thursday, eventually ending in gunfire. One man was shot 6 times and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now we know the people behind it all. It's July 1st, and that means 4th of July is right around the corner. Fireworks are a big part of this celebration, but so is safety. Before lighting the fuse, we want to make sure you're prepared for a fun, safe, and injury-free holiday weekend. Just days ago, a woman named Bailey Blair lost her life at the house behind me of what court documents say may have been an accidental shooting. I'm here at Bicentennial Plaza, and in less than an hour, tip-off will start versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. As you can see, people are filing in right now, getting ready for the big watch party that's taking place right here. Documents say 2 teen suspects are now being charged for carjacking, robbing, and kidnapping over the past weekend, targeting victims over a dating app. One Crawfordsville dog owner says, never lose faith, when her dog was stolen from this Cracker Barrel right here and ended up hundreds of miles away in Omaha, Nebraska. We are just days away from Circle City hosting its first ever WNBA All-Star Game. Fans should prepare for traffic, congestion, and a whole lot of excitement for a weekend planned of fun events. That deadly crash that happened earlier this morning around 5:20 a.m. on I-70 eastbound in between Holt Road and Tibbs Avenue, involving 2 cars. New security changes are happening nationwide to make air travel smoother and more efficient for all. And the Indianapolis International Airport is already putting them into action. This morning around 4 a.m., an adult man was found dead on the 35th block of North Butler Avenue. Officers were called on scene, and when they arrived, they found this man with gunshot wounds. Once you're done lighting fireworks, officials say to toss them in a bucket of water for 24 hours before tossing them in a trash can, and make sure to keep them away from any buildings. Live in Greenwood, I'm Campbell Kessler. A mass shooting in downtown Indianapolis has left residents angry, frustrated, and heartbroken. IMPD, government officials, and city council members are demanding a change. The shooting near Illinois and Washington Street was a tragic end to what was supposed to be a celebratory 4th of July weekend. 2 teens were killed and 5 other people under the age of 21 were injured.
Not grow numb to the violence in our community wherever it occurs. And we cannot accept this as normal.
Community leaders are calling for accountability, and leaders are promising a change. From elected officials to faith leaders to parents, the message is clear: this cannot continue.
We should not be in a place where children have senselessly been killed on our streets.
IMPD, the mayor's office, city council, and state lawmakers say they're all in, not in just responding to this tragedy, but in preventing the next one.
Violence is not reflective of the city that we love and the communities that we proudly serve.
A new youth curfew is set to be discussed this week. Extra police patrols and community lead initiatives are also in the works.
I'll do whatever I can to make sure we have all the tools necessary to hold people accountable and to keep our city and its downtown safe.
The upcoming city council meeting will discuss gun violence prevention and how we can stop these events from happening in our city.
We need to work so hard for these kids and for our community. Like, we love these children like they're our own, because they are. This is our future.
New policies are expected to roll out in the coming weeks. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Campbell Kessler. The NBA is seeing a record high of its stars injuring their Achilles tendons. We asked local doctors what could be behind this and how to reverse this for future seasons. Sports medicine doctors say Achilles tendon ruptures are a common injury in any running sport. But fans are wondering why it seems to be happening more and more to top-performing athletes, especially in the NBA season. We spoke to Dr. Patrick Deere of St. Vincent, who spent 30 years as a Pacers team podiatrist, and thinks one factor is the amount of basketball being played by those at the very top.
These elite athletes, they play so much and they're such big people and there's so much force. They're so athletic, they're generating so much force through those tendons. If the tendon is compromised, then it gets past a certain threshold and it gives.
He says tight calf muscles are common for high-intensity athletes and can be easily overlooked.
The tightness of the calf muscle is actually a pathological process, and it leads to several of the things that we treat in the lower extremity. And so even though they may not have symptoms associated with that, if they have a tight calf muscle, there are problems that are occurring within the lower extremities.
Dr. Deere also says there's been a disconnect in the field with static stretching, which he says is crucial in preventing Achilles tendon tears.
The sports medicine world has always been a little bit hesitant with static stretching because there is a sort of misconception that static stretching reduces explosiveness, but the research shows it's actually the opposite.
With 82 games a year, NBA players get little off time. Dr. Brian Saltzman with IU School of Medicine says awareness is key in trying to prevent this injury.
The incidence does seem to be increasing for this specific injury, and it's probably a consequence to some degree of the modern NBA, which is more fast-paced, explosive movements, a lot of jumping, high-intensity movements, and a lot of offense, which is where we see this injury occur most commonly.
The experts we talked to say studies show among individuals in the NBA that tear their Achilles, about 35% had a diagnosis of tendinitis beforehand.
Big component of rest and recovery and prevention and prehab type exercises to try to prevent that little tendon in the back of your ankle from getting stressed to the point of tear.
He says recovery from a torn Achilles typically takes between 9 to 12 months, and implementing regular stretching routines may help reduce the risk.
Improve performance and reduce the risk of injury, why would you not do that? With just simple stretching.
Experts say for many NBA athletes, static stretching may be small but a crucial step towards staying healthy on and off the court. Reporting from the newsroom, Campbell Kessler, Fox 59 intern.